You are now watching the 2023 season of Farming with Duffy Ag.
Welcome back to the channel. We gotta get the 7520 and the plows ready for, if it does dry up, plow day, which by the time you guys see this video, it either happened or not, so you will know before this video comes out. Or two, plowing our own property. So I was moving stuff this morning. I'll shut this gate again. Not like I got animals to get out right now, but it's a good habit to be in, and then you don't look as homeless. But yeah, we got all those plow parts that got to go on. Hopefully they're the right ones. We're getting close to go time. The weather all changed. It's supposed to look good all week, all weekend, all next week, and which is good because I want this grass to get growing so then we can chop it off, but we can plow everything else. I did get the soil samples in, so I'm working on that with the agronomist as far as what he thinks, especially because we'll be utilizing source product, so he can compare and we can see and really put the results out for you guys. I know last year with the drought and what went on, it wasn't as good, but I was impressed with the stocks before drought and fighting through the drought, and such as Bob and Matt up in Maine. All their results they have are absolutely amazing on it. So as you can see, we are saturated though. Water still is running from every way. We just got to put a culvert in right there, so then we can get cows to the back pasture, because plan is to put cows in this pretty soon. Some beefers are going to end up going in there. The next one, we actually got to fence it a little bit better, and we got to still dig that ditch up to where the spring is. Spring feeds the pond overflow comes down through here. So that's how it works. Yeah, we're leaving this grass, that grass, that grass. This hillside corner here is going to be grass because coming in and planting it, it's going to be weird. And then I'd like to take the grass off that is around prior to planting so that we can continue to fill that silo so I have excess feed. If it was go time right now, probably wouldn't be doing that, but I'm behind. We still got plowing to do. We got hillsides. I can work my rented ground and get stuff rolling. And I got everything from 82 to 90, 95 or 97 day corn. So yeah, colder climate, less growing units, I think, and be done earlier than later. But all organized on the pad. We're gaining on our life. Did I drive on that pallet? No, we're good. Well, this is something, I love this shop already. Like, I got my dream shop, but this thing's coming in big upgrades in my life. So plows are in. If we didn't have the stuff in the back, we got to clean it out. I know. We're battling our battles. So when we go to town, I'd like to get these remade. The other ones here are all new. That's just water. Those are all new that go to the back, to both the steering and the lift, because we had to pull them anyways. So I might as well redo the front ones. Then hydraulics will be in a good place. But let's get along and put the rest of the parts we got on. Had to dig through my bucket of hardware that came with the plows, which I'm very grateful for because I didn't have to buy them at this time. But let's see, we're gaining. So previously, we put half of it together, had to order more parts. Let me throw that up there. It was still warm a minute ago, so there we go. Little bit of a wear difference, if you can see. Same with down here, but we're back going. We'll keep them as spares through this spring, and then we'll get a spare of everything. We'll probably have to get some spares, but run down the line and do them all. We do have a block of wood underneath it. I know everybody was worked up previously, but there's a block of wood. Relax. We don't have the coulter here, and some people have said, oh, you need the coulter, you don't need the coulter. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe so. I just got it up in the air. Probably on my sod ground, yes. Which We're mostly on sod, but some people have said don't even bother with them. So let's get it done. Then we can grease it, get the hydraulic line made, and yeah, run through the tractor, throw the flag on, be good to go. So I got everything I need here, everything I need there, and yep. Actually, we might have to run to town before we're done and get more nuts, because I think we're short a nut or two, or multiples. But I lied, we're out of oxygen. We're out of both of them actually, so. Well, I guess we're running to town now. I really gotta get a bigger torch set, so I'm gonna look into that as well. Okay, I gotta pick my battles. I got a delivery coming later. I'm not sure exactly what time they're gonna call me and let me know. But we're gonna run to Airgas because Airgas is not open tomorrow. Get big set of torches is the plan. And get refillable of that. The small set of torches has been great. It will be great in the future for, hey, I need torches in the field or something. Run out with those instead of throwing the big ones in. But for now, we need a big set. So we'll run up there, we'll grab that. This evening, I can run to town and get hardware that I'm missing. And tomorrow I can get, or even tomorrow I could go get hardware and get that hose made in town. But I really need to get this done. I'm just making sure nothing is on fire because I'd rather not leave and have the place burned down. So everything looks out. Nothing smoldering. Alrighty, because that would not be so good. That's a lot of money sitting on that pallet there, and well, that was a lot of money. Alrighty, let's go do that quick. That's a pretty sharp drill rig. Hold up. Yeah. Ran up here. I don't know if it used to be United. Oh, Unite, but it's Airgas. Really, really helpful, people. I had to make an account because I didn't have an Airgas account, so I did end up buying. Oh, this is the entrance right here. I did end up buying 2 tanks for myself. I exchanged the 2 small ones, and I got a big boy torch set now. And once my account's good, we'll get another set so we always have spares. And we'll probably do the same with our welding stuff, so that when we run out, it's easy enough to drop it off and not have to rush up here. Well, we'll head back, 35 minutes. Exchange the bottles in the little set, so we're good there. So we have that. That's really a field set. Since I don't have an account at Airgas, which I said, okay, I'll sign up. And it takes a week. I said, well, I need some torches. So, biggest tanks that they'll let you buy without an account. So yeah, I had to buy tanks, which is fine. So we'll have 2 smaller tanks. And in the future, it will be our backup tanks. Like they'll sit around, we'll put them in storage. And when the big tank gets empty, oh, we're in a rush, we'll have the backup. So what are they, 80s? And I did end up getting a better torch set to go with this. So I need to get a cart, probably. I think they got them at Harbor Freight for cheap. We'll get a cart, but big enough that the bigger ones can go on it, and then we'll just swap them out. But we need to keep going on this because day's getting later and later. But we're gaining. Never had a real good torch set in my life. Like always grew up struggling. Where's the tip? There's no tip in here? Well, that's not good. No, it's right there. Not making it very far, but gentleman stopped in and asked me about, why is this wet? I think we got a pinhole leak in here. Asked me about silage hauling. Now we got the rest of our seed showed up. So let me get that unloaded with this handy 2755. Well, we got the rest of our seed. So I got a little bit in the garage, a little bit in the containers, but we got Seedway and we got Channel. And then we got some Master Choice that we're putting in as far as a plot and going from there. So pretty excited on that. We talked about what I'm gonna do for fertilizer spray. I got a lot of unknowns still. But we better keep after this. Big boy torch makes much quicker work of everything. So that front one's good to go. Just torched everything except for the one that the block's on, or the block's under. I might have got a little excessive right there. That was my bad. We'll still be okay. I was laying underneath there sideways, cutting the wrong, well, as you saw. But let me run through. I'm gonna run out of hardware as far as nuts, I think. So I want to do that, and then we'll go get hardware. But I wanted to cut everything. That way I can be here putting stuff on and make sure that nothing catches on fire, because working on the concrete, you don't have that issue. But when you're over here, we might have had a few fires. Now that we got all the seed, everything's delivered, I gotta run. I gotta get 3 of these. I need to get 6. Yeah, 6 nuts that fit on this. And then we should be in a decent spot. So I gotta run to town, grab that. The main thing is, where did I put it? Spark plug. I gotta run to Napa, see if they can get me a spark plug so that we can mess with this tonight once it gets dark. Fuel lines, spark plug. Where's my phone? What are we doing? Let's go. Rush hour in Cobleskill. Yep, slow moving, but we're gaining. Napa had everything that I needed. Yeah, should be good to go with that. We just gotta stop at True Value, grab some hardware that I messed up, that I didn't have in the boxes, and then we'll be good to do wrenching right into the nighttime. We'll be good to get that done. We just got to get hydraulic hoses made tomorrow for the plows and grease that. Well, we can grease everything tonight, but hydraulic hoses are the last thing that I'm missing. So new all the way down through. This one is not tight yet because we got the block of wood underneath it, and it has settled just a little bit, so it's on that. So we got to take that off, torch that. Everything else is ready to rock and roll. Tightened right down. I believe I tightened that right. Yeah. Yep. Otherwise it'd be loose. So we are gaining. Definitely got some stuff still left to do on this, but I'll lift it up, torch those ones off, throw the new one on. That will be meant to go. Tighten that one. Yeah, kind of want to give it a try just to see. Plus, we were running this wheel in the wrong spot. I got to tighten that up, but it's supposed to go over here, which then pulls it into the furrow right behind this wheel when you're plowing, so it sits down in it. And then that makes everything level across, because that front should be at the same level as what the rear is plowing at. Get it? Yeah, I messed that up, so let me just raise it up and finish this up. Okay, if you guys are longtime viewers, you'll know that this plow gave me some issues, and we actually snapped the pin off because of not thinking. This was 3 years ago. So, or snapped off the round piece here. So we ended up cutting with a torch and throwing it in. I just realized that there's a bushing inside of here that we should probably get. Then we can drill this out to the proper size, put the bushing in so we're not wearing that housing out. Never knew that, but what I gotta do is cut a little bit down in here because it's touching on the cylinder and I'm slowly rubbing the cylinder. So we need to get rid of that and then we'll be in a much better place for long term. Granted, I could buy this piece, but I think this piece costs more than the whole plow costed me. So maybe someday I'll come across a scrap yard or salvage yard that has this whole piece here. But for now, we're gonna do that. Then we'll turn the wheel in and we should be ready to rock and roll back here. And that doesn't have any grease in it, but everything else got greased on the machine. I got it up off the ground right now so that I can work on this wheel. Okay. So yeah, there's a bushing that goes in there that we could probably put inside this piece here and be good to go again. That's easy enough, but you can see right here, you can see right there it started rubbing. So we just got to clean up right down here just a little bit. We'll just pull the torches. Haven't updated my socket yet over there, and yes, we have a mess going on, and yeah, the lawnmower's hanging out. Not sure how these videos are coming together, but lawnmower's getting some love. Got it cleaned up for now. By the time we really get into some plowing, I'll get that bushing, we'll slide it in, drill it to the right size, and that will be, I never even thought about that. So that'll be a lot better off, but all cleaned up, notched down and around. I left that just as a memory for myself. So I could have cut it right out, but we ain't cutting too much. Where did I put the pin now? Well, I got that all set up and I was gonna lift it up and make sure it was good. I'm messing with the wheel and I'm like, usually there's weight on it, so you don't know. Like, that's got wiggle because it's loose right now, but this is, the wheel bearing is shot. Absolutely shot. So, I guess we'll take that off and find out. Well, got it apart. Everything looks good on the shaft. I did realize that this is a bolt and it's got wear inside from it turning. I'm gonna say, so we'll take that off. We'll get a new bolt tomorrow. Easy enough. Hang in there, grease fitting. I'll turn you around. So I got it chained up. When I spun it around, it was easy enough to take everything off. Bearing number 1 really ain't too bad. Like, really ain't too bad. Bearing number 2, the whole cage moves around. You can almost take it out of it. So that was on its way out. There's no grease fitting on these, so you got to pack the grease in them, and who knows, I probably should take them all apart and grease them. But we'll get 2 of each bearing. That way we got them bearing in races. And they're, that's not a Timken. This one is though. Timken. So we'll get those tomorrow. I take it Deere would have them, or we can probably find them locally at a bearing place. Just another thing to do on the list. Yeah, he's acting like he's tired. One day we're gonna clean the shop, bud. So we just had dinner. He had dog food, and then he had some steak and cheese, and then he had, how many mozzarella sticks you eat? 2? Doesn't want to talk about it, but alrighty. So now everything's cooled down because, as you see, I put my sweatshirt back on. So it's probably gonna be low 30s tonight. Should we go put corn in the ground? Like, would that be good? My friends that are down in Maryland, there's a ton of people that, as we saw when we were picking up the planter, or as we saw when we were picking up the tractor, there's a ton of people planting. My friends that had planted soybeans, they came up and they were about this tall, and they're brown now. So they're much, much warmer climate. So the guys in the comments that are saying, you're so far behind, keep in mind these videos are a week behind. But at the same point, this year has been absolutely freezing, and down there it's been dry. A lot of places have been dry. We've been soaked. So like Michigan, Minnesota, east or western Pennsylvania got snow. But let's see. We got some play there. And like none in there. So we got play there. So what we got to do is get a... I guess it's not the biggest deal, but I want to know if that's right or wrong. Because as your back wheel's got a lot of play to it then. I'm going to go with no. But I don't see an insert, so. Well, I guess we got to wait on some parts. We'll do some calling tomorrow, and we'll see. We get the bearings, we put this back together. I'm probably going to run it like that for now. And we do need to get the bearings. Once it's back, well, once we get the bearings tomorrow morning, we'll do the hydraulic hoses. And then the plows themselves will be ready to rock and roll. The tractor, we just got to run through, wash some things down, grease everything in the center pivot, and call it good. So I guess I'll see you guys in the morning. I keep putting this here, and it shouldn't be. Because the seal, yeah, the grease seal and everything else. But we'll get some bearings, and I should see if they got the shims to go in between it. We'll see, but alrighty. I'll see you guys in the morning.